You ever said yes when every fiber of your being screamed no? Smiled to keep peace while fracturing inside. Woken drained, unable to pinpoint why. This is a suffering that leaves no scars, a silent agony, gnawing at your core. It begins the moment you betray yourself. Minute by minute, concession after concession. You adopt expected stances, temper your tone, choose words like a surgeon, conceal true feelings, all to dodge disappointment or secure approval. For a time, it works. You become the good one, dependable, pleasant, uncontroversial. Yet behind that polished image, a hollow emptiness forms. A whisper that something vital suffocates beneath your beautiful facade. Machiavelli warned rulers that reputation is everything, but he also knew the peril of hiding true aims behind a mask. In The Prince, he teaches projecting strength and virtue even when calculation fuels your heart. But what happens when we take this too far? When the facade eclipses the person beneath? When you mistake the mask for your face? This isn't about shedding all social grace. It's about realizing when your craving for acceptance has exiled you from your own nature. Every "I'm fine," every swallowed outrage, chips at your foundation, a debt compounding until you can barely stand. Since childhood, you learned: behave to avoid offense, suppress anger to seem selfless, smile when you want to vanish. To belong, you became the suitable companion, the compliant friend. Machiavelli would call this a prince's prudent strategy. But unlike the prince, you forgot the mask was a tool, not your skin. Trouble arises when you become your persona, projecting calm while doubt churns, playing the ever-available confidant because it's expected. Each time you feign composure while burning inside, each stifled frustration, each false "okay," a sliver of your essence dies. Those silenced pieces crack your marble. You lose touch with desires, can't name true feelings. Decisions become rote responses to preserve harmony. You live for the image, a gilded cage of your own making. Externally, all is intact. Compliments flow, trust is given. But inside, something withers. The mask ossifies. Removing it feels like losing everything. Yet, what kingdom is worth ruling if its sovereign is a ghost? How many protests have you swallowed? How many yeses regretted? How many nights did you smile while your spirit screamed? Your persona must never wield unchecked dominion. Become only your image, and you become a hollow shade, disconnected from life itself. Within you rages a war, the ego architect of your mask, guarding reputation. Your nature, impetuous, unfiltered, demanding authenticity. Machiavelli called this inner force virtue, the raw energy to shape fate. Suppress it for appearances, and it seethes beneath as anxiety, exhaustion, inexplicable sorrow. These aren't random maladies. They're your nature's rebellion, a damned river threatening to flood. Ignore these alarms and you trade authenticity for stability, purpose for appearances, soul for a hollow crown. Machiavelli warned rulers of losing their people's support, but few see the cruelty of losing self-governance. Live solely for expectations and you concede your inner throne. Your deeper nature whispers through symbols. Dreams of nakedness in halls, shame for hiding. Fleeing pursuers, the chase for approval. Trapped in mirror labyrinths, forsaken selves. When dreams fail, your body revolts. Chronic fatigue, tension, panic. Flesh as a battlefield. Binging, scrolling, spending. Vices to mute your sovereign's call. This revolt? It carries liberation's seed. Crisis forges opportunity. The collapse of hollow peacocking invites rebuilding on bedrock virtue. But intellect isn't enough. You need self-mastery. Aligning public strategy with private conviction. The path to sovereignty. 1. Audit your betrayals. Catalog decisions made from fear, obligation. This ledger isn't shame, it's your battle map. 2. Daily restitution. Undo one small betrayal daily. Voice dissent. Say no to trivial demands. Boldness begets boldness. 3. Clarify your pillars. Define non-negotiables. Inscribe them where you'll see them daily. 4. Train your emotions. When anxiety surges, name it. When anger flares, trace its source. Transmute guilt into boundary-setting fuel. 5. Forge alliances with your strengths. Nourish talents weekly. Deepen expertise. It fortifies self-respect. 6. Balance firmness with grace. Assert needs respectfully. Offer praise when earned. Withdraw support without cruelty. 7. Ritualize your reign. Morning journaling. Yesterday's wins, today's priorities. Night debriefs. Where you aligned, where you faltered. Envision your life in 6 months. Waking not to dread, but anticipation. Decisions aligned with conviction. Interactions shaped by your presence, not shifting to please. Opportunities gravitating to your authenticity. This is Machiavellian power distilled, bending circumstances without betraying your soul. Yes, you'll lose comfort. Allies invested in your compliance may leave. But the gain, your voice, your will, ownership of your fate, no longer a hollow statue, a sovereign. The path demands courage, disappointing expectations, facing solitude, enduring inner tumult. But the alternative? Watching vitality drain to maintain an image that never served you. Arm yourself, conscience as counselor, values as regiments, resilience as fortress. Lay siege to self-betrayal. Let each victory rally the next advance. Stumble? Remember, princes learn from defeats. Now lead your forces. Reign not by applause, but by the allegiance of your soul. This is where true power ignites. In the quiet resolve before dawn, when the world still sleeps and your convictions stand guard like sentinels. Feel the weight of your armor, not iron forged for battlefields, but willpower tempered in the fires of self-reckoning. Your first command, hold the line. When doubt whispers retreat, when fatigue begs for the old mask's comfort, plant your banner deep in the soil of your truth. Let every no to others be a yes to your sovereignty. Machiavelli knew. Victory favors those who weaponize time. Your campaign unfolds in phases. 1. The midnight siege can reclaim stolen ground, silence, solitude, neglected passions. Burn the blueprints of old compromises. 2. The dawn offensive. Launch targeted strikes. Enforce one boundary. Voice one buried truth daily. Let collateral damage be the rubble of others' expectations. 3. The eternal garrison. Fortify your borders with rituals, the morning manifesto, the nightly audit. Patrol your mind, no infiltrators of guilt or nostalgia. But hear this warning. The greatest threat wears your face. In moments of weakness, the ghost of your persona will return, slick with promises. Just this once, smile and comply. It's easier. When this phantom knocks, meet it not with negotiation, but execution. Draw the sword of your virtue and sever its head. Your allies? Ruthless clarity, the scout who exposes hidden traps in obligations. Relentless energy, the blacksmith hammering discipline into your days. Sacred rage, the general turning betrayal fuel into unyielding action. Yet sovereignty is not solitary. Rule as Machiavelli's wise prince. Reward loyalty in your ranks. When your body serves you, honor it with rest. When your instincts warn you, heed them like royal counsel. When your creativity whispers, crown it with focus. These are your subjects. Treat them with iron justice and fierce devotion. Expect insurrections, friends who weaponize kindness to lure you back into cages, colleagues who mistake your autonomy for aggression, even family staging coups disguised as concern. Meet them with calibrated force. Disarm with grace. I understand your worry. Fortify with silence. No justifying, no pleading. Counterstrike with action. Live so brilliantly, their doubts shatter on your certainty. Now advance. Feel the terrain shift beneath your boots, the marshlands of old fears giving way to solid ground. With every mile, your armor lightens. The mask's weight dissolves. Your breath deepens. Why? You are no longer carrying the corpse of a false self. This is the secret they never taught you. Authenticity is tactical. It confuses manipulators. It disarms critics. It magnetizes those who crave their own liberation. Your truth becomes a beacon, and the right allies will march through hell to stand at your side. When exhaustion comes, and it will, do not kneel. Retreat to your citadel, those non-negotiable rituals, and let them restore you. Then rise again. Remember, fatigue is the final test of your reign. Break it like a prisoner of war escaping his chains. In the end, your kingdom spans inward farther than any empire. Your mind, a war room of focused intent. Your body, a temple armored in resolve. Your spirit, a banner no storm can tear. The world will try to reclaim you. Taxes of conformity will be levied. Invasions of doubt will mass at your gates. Let them come. You are no longer a subject. You are the sovereign. Your walls, forged from every no that honored your soul. Your moat, filled with the tears of discarded masks. Now raise your true flag. Not in defiance, in declaration. Not for empire, for emancipation. Your soul has sworn allegiance. The rest of your life is its coronation.